What's up, everyone? So, we just concluded the most recent S tier tournament just yesterday, and this is how the standings turned out. Kimo at first, Nullus, Abysmi is Nullus, so it's Nullus at second, Ulysses in third, and it is yours truly in a respectable fourth place. And I wanted to make this video because the next big S tier tournament that is coming up is going to have no god restrictions. So far, in all the most recent tournaments, we've always had god restrictions of some sort. But the next one is not going to have any restrictions whatsoever. You can spam Ra every game if you want to, or Uranus every game if that's what you want. You can do whatever you like in terms of god picks. So I wanted to hear what the pros have to say about who they think are the strongest right now. And I want to hear you guys. If you think there should be any buffs or nerfs, if we deserve a new patch before this new upcoming tournament. First of all, let's hear. First of all, we're going to hear about what Kimo has to say. Then we'll hear Nullus, then Ulysses, and finally I'll give my input as well. So strap yourself in. There's 4 tier lists incoming. Enjoy. So let's begin with who do you think would be S tier in your opinion?
In my opinion, I think honestly it's really hard to say, but I think Oanos will be. Well, me I struggle against Norse sometimes as Aegis, but apparently it's not the case for Nullus, so maybe Aegis.
Hades, is he good versus Egyptian? What do you think?
Yeah, he's okay.
And
He's
Ra?
not good. He's okay.
People say Ra is decent versus Hades.
Yeah, why is decent.
Okay. 50-50 maybe.
Yeah, 50-50. It depends the map. Odin, I think it's yeah, I think it's A. Well, I think it's also A
Okay.
because they have both a bad matchup.
Yeah, that's a big problem. Like especially when you're talking about tournaments, is Odin has really bad matchups versus Set and Isis on a lot of maps. And Ra
Yes,
can really be abused
yeah,
by Atlanteans,
even
right?
yes. Poseidon, yes, Poseidon. I think it's also A.
Yeah.
I'm not sure about it because we don't see too many. There's only Matthews playing it really at the highest level.
There was a time when Matthews played a lot and Squash too, and they both played Poseidon, and everyone agreed he was the best god. What do you think?
Yes, but is he better than Aegis right now?
Yeah,
Pos-
I don't think so.
Poseidon is slightly harder than Aegis against Ornos.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Hades actually seems really strong versus Uranus, I think, whereas Poseidon struggles.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, yeah.
Also, also versus North, I think Poseidon. If you don't know exactly what to do, it's harder than Aegis.
Of those
Loki,
remaining.
well, Loki, if you get them up like Alpha and Savannah, etc., it's not. I think it's not that good.
No,
Even Mediate, Anatolia, I think it's not one of the best on these maps.
no, it's true. What do you say, A or B? Where would you place him?
I think it would be a B.
Okay.
Loki.
Yeah. What about Matt? Like Mattress, he had a really good streak where he played Loki and he just beat everyone. It seems. But
Yes, he's really good. He's doing he's surprising his opponent every time
yeah, he
by overstaying classic age, you know.
okay. Yeah, but he plays Loki very defensively and he just makes a big flaming weapons push. That's how he plays it.
Yes, but before that, he push you away from the goal with like
Mm.
15 units, and then you advance.
Yeah,
Where the
so
other people advance with just 5 units or 8 units.
yeah, so maybe that's it. Like he makes use of his army and he goes heroic. So he yeah, sounds
Yes,
right. Okay. What about Zeus then? Where would you place him?
Zeus. Zeus is I think is really Zeus is A for sure,
Okay. Some people will
but
say, well, can you just rank the Greek gods? So Hades, obviously number one. What about Poseidon and Zeus? Who's stronger, do you think?
well, the problem of Zeus is it's um it's a OTP, you know.
Yeah,
Like yes, you it requires a lot of experience.
yeah.
to know exactly what to do, etc.
And Zeus, he has so many strategies that he can make.
Yes, exactly. That's why.
Yeah,
With ADC, it's really easy to know what to do because it's linear, like it's all the time the same thing.
yeah,
But with Zeus, you can do too many different strategies. You can play Athena, you can play Hermes, you can play Hermes with Hoplite, but you can also play Hermes with Epican. So
yeah, exactly. And you have to really read the map well to go hoplites, to go hibicons. How many centaurs should I get? How when do I boom? Like, there's a lot to it actually.
yeah. Also, even Athena, you can see some people, some players like Eric are going for Minotaurs. So even that is viable.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. There's so much to Zeus. It's cool because he's like the most standard god in the game in some ways, but there is so many strategies you can make with him.
But yeah, I think the hardest part of Zeus is playing against Uranus. It's really hard.
Yeah, maybe like centaurs is a decent option, but if the Ranos player is good, places the manas correctly and so on, it's really hard.
Yeah, that's what I said. If you don't play the game every day with Zeus and have an insane micro with your centers
Yeah,
and the perfect build order macro, etc., it's gonna be really hard.
yeah. Cool. Who do you play? Who's the next strongest god on the list then? So we got
Yeah, what do you think?
Gaia, Kronos, Isis, Set, Thor. Think maybe I don't know. I think Kronos is good, but maybe that's just me.
Yeah, Kronos is kinda okay, but I think not in every matchups. Like against Hades, it's not really good. Even against Poseidon, I think it's bad.
Yeah, he's really bad versus Greek, honestly.
Yeah, versus Greek is bad.
Yeah.
Even against Set, it's not that great.
No, that's true because Anubis really is very very strong versus Kronos.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
and
maybe
versus
Kronos.
Uranos, it's also hard.
So maybe is it Isis or Set or Thor even? Who do you think?
Yeah, I think it's maybe Kronos still because it's less map dependent than Isis.
Yeah. What about Thor? Like he is strong, but he just gets abused. It seems,
Yeah, I
especially
think
by
Thor is
Hades.
above Isis.
Okay. So Kronos, Thor, Isis, maybe.
Yes,
All
I
right.
think Thor is underrated. I think.
Yeah, because like he just plays very differently than the other Norse gods. You have to play defensive and boomy, I think, and most Norse mains don't like to do that, right?
Yes, that's very true.
Yeah. Okay, so Kronos, Thor, Isis. We've got Gaia and Set left.
Um, what about Isis?
So actually, I should share my screen with you. I don't know why I'm not doing that.
Isis is Thor is above Isis, right?
Yeah, he is.
Yes, but I think Set is also above Isis.
Oh, really?
Yes, because I think Isis versus Set, you can do anything.
Okay. What
Set
ab-
just gonna control the map and won't
d-
be able to do anything.
what about Gaia then? Because Gaia is actually in tournaments. You do see Gaia sometimes on water maps in particular.
Yeah, Gaia is really good against in certain matchups. Like against Thor, she's okay.
Yeah, Odin too, actually.
Yeah. Even against Odin, yeah, she's not too bad.
Yeah,
Against Egi, she's okay. Especially versus Wa, she's really good.
yeah,
Yeah, even versus Uranus, she's not that bad.
yeah.
I
It's
would
true with
say like
Automata and
45
everything.
for Gaia, yeah.
Yeah. Where do you like? Where would you rank her?
But yeah, the main yes behind Isis still because
Okay.
yeah you can it's like almost auto lose against Zeus, because the
Yeah,
Zeus know how to play and that's
Loki. Are you kidding me? If you get,
yeah Loki. It's like two impossible matchups. It's
yeah,
not a hard matchup or counter matchup. It's like impossible matchup versus Zeus.
exactly. It's so crazy.
Like you need so much to deal with just with Odysseus and with the two heroes and two centaurs. You need
Yeah,
like
yeah.
10 units.
Can you see my screen now? Actually,
Yes, I can see it.
do you agree? Is there anything I have to change here?
No, I think I agree with that.
Okay, interesting. Do you so just you don't have to say too much here, but do you think we should have a new patch? And would you like to see some nerfs, some buffs?
I think new patch would be good.
And should we
And
nerf Uranus, Hades, and should we buff some of the lower ones, do you think?
well, I think we should maybe buff the lower ones.
Yeah.
Like Pharaoh and Wadjet should be the nerf should be removed. I think
Which one? Sorry, say it again.
Pharaoh and Wadjet has
What?
been nerfed. I think we should remove it.
Remove it? How?
Like just make it original, like it was on the original game.
What was that? Can you just say? I'm not sure I
Yeah,
understand.
like the Wadjet have been nerfed.
Oh, right, right. Yeah, I
Yes,
wasn't there when it
the
was
Wadjet have
nerfed.
been
That's
nerfed.
why I
So,
don't. Sure, sure.
so yes, it deals absolutely no damage to the villagers now.
Yeah, yeah, that's what Magic said too.
So yeah, so set power is really that's the main power of set in early game.
Yeah.
So yeah, reverse that would be a good thing for set.
What about Isis? Because she's a cool god, I think, but she doesn't see much play.
Isis is but was the most popular on ESO, you remember?
Yeah, exactly.
So the only thing that have changed is on ESO you had less maps than now, and you
Yeah.
had four water maps. So that's why Isis was so good.
Yeah, and also people have just gotten better at denying hunt. Like back then, people kind of sucked, so you could get away with much easier to get heroic age back then than it is now.
Yeah, that's very true. But also Marsh and
Oh
Waterlord, you
yeah,
can remember you had the big gold mine in your main base
yeah,
sometimes.
it's true. There was so
So
much better prices.
was
Yeah,
insane. It was
yeah,
insane for Isis. So now the main issue for Isis is well, why is more playable? Why not? Because it doesn't rely on food, where
yeah,
Isis and Set do those. You know?
yeah. So I think Ice is maybe just some new maps that maybe favors her somehow. Maybe that's a better
Yeah,
way to buff her.
I think if Hunt will spawn on the front or back TC, that will make Set and Isis more playable. I think.
Yeah, more safe hunt basically. The more safe hunt you have
Yes,
as Isis, the
that's
better.
it. Yes, that's it.
What about this is what I want. Like for Gaia and Kronos, I want the minor god technologies to be actually good and worth getting.
You want what?
The Rhea, for example, she has so many technology. All of her technologies are useless. So a way that you could buff
Yes, that's
Kronos
true.
and Gaia without touching Uranus would be to make those technologies actually viable.
Yes, yes. But the main problem with the main issue with Gaia and Kronos is that their units are just too slow
Yeah,
compared to
yeah,
Uranus.
exactly. Yeah, that's why Uranus is so good because he can
Yes.
use the units like they're supposed to be used.
Yes, it can wait and it can also defend better with
Yeah,
the faster units.
yeah. Yeah, it's like Atlantean were supposed to have Uranus speed units, but only Uranus have them.
Yes.
Hmm.
Also, yeah, me what I wanted to do. Have you played the SC2? Do you know a
Uh,
little bit about this game?
no, not at all actually.
Okay. Well, on this game you had the Sieve and the Zerg, and their units was faster on the creep,
Okay.
And so I wanted to do exactly the same thing with Gaia, but I think it's impossible to do in this game,
Oh yeah, that would be
because the
cool.
units of Gaia would be faster on the Gaia land,
Yeah, for
on the
sure.
Gaia on the green of Gaia.
Yeah, and then you can make a side build and all the lush. You can make new
Yes,
places where you can fight. It would be really
that'd
cool.
be what they call the
Damn. I mean, it
also
should be the pet. Have you seen on the extended edition? They make these amazing mods. I'm sure they could do
no,
it
I
there.
didn't. Yeah, I think they could do it there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for Kronos, maybe maybe I thought of that. Maybe siege units will deal less damage on Kronos buildings. I think that'd be a thing. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
hard to
just
say.
something, man. Just come up with anything because right now Uranus is just better than Kronos and Gaia. And
Yes,
it should
teleporting buildings is really bad.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, time shifting buildings can be risky. Cool. All right, Kimo, thank you for
Okay, man.
yeah.
Yo,
Hey, Nullus.
hey man. I mean Hades and Odin, I feel.
Yeah. And Odin too?
Yeah. I
'Cause
mean,
the problem with Odin I think is that Anubis is so good
yeah,
against it.
yeah. I mean, there is bad matchup, yeah, true. But I mean, we don't have many Egyptian players, so I feel Odin is S tier. But yeah, for example, if Magic would play,
Yeah. Or Joe, when Joe is at his best.
or yeah, or Joe.
Dude, Joe, I keep saying this, but Joe versus Rebel, when Joe is playing at his best, he simply doesn't lose versus Odin.
Yeah.
And
But just in current reality, I feel like Odin is S tier. But I agree, he has more weaknesses than Hades.
yeah, but
That's
still
my
S
point.
tier.
Yeah.
Cool. What about A tier? Who would you place there?
A tier, I would like put Loki and Zeus probably.
Yeah. And what about Poseidon? I'll just ask you. You don't place him A tier?
Actually, I was playing Poseidon many games
Yeah.
recently, and I feel it's really strong, like any Greek. It's just Greek patch, by the way. But I think Poseidon is way more difficult than Zeus and Hades because there is no restoration,
Yeah.
and it's really important in some matchups, like insane important.
Yeah, I guess that's true. And like you cannot just go into endless spam wars like you can with Hades. And even Zeus
Yeah.
if you get Minotaur spam going, right?
Yeah, I mean, as Hades, you can outspam Atlanteans, and because your army just stronger, and you have restoration, you have shades.
Yeah.
As Zeus, I mean, if you are a really good Zeus player, you can put like insane pressure as well. But as Poseidon, I don't think you can. I mean, only Matreus, because Matreus is just expert of this god, so it's a bit different.
Yeah, for sure. I asked Kimo this, but there was a time maybe a year ago when everyone said Poseidon was the best god. That's when
I mean,
Metrius played a lot and he won tournaments, and Squash played Poseidon, right?
man, it's just really so funny. Like we have 5-0 patch, like 2 years now,
Yeah.
probably, and it's funny when first of all people were saying like Ra is OP, Aura is OP, then Poseidon is OP, and then Hades is OP. So,
True.
but nothing changed at all. Like,
Yeah, it's crazy. I mean,
it
it's
just
probably because we have such a low player base.
yeah, true. And people when they, I mean, when a good player is trying is starting to spam one god,
Yeah.
and he really becomes strong at it, people really change their minds about it and trying to repeat.
Yeah. I like to
W-
think that I prove Kronos is slightly better than
Yeah,
yeah.
true. Yeah, so A tier is, I mean, S tier, A tier, then B tier,
Yeah.
right? So I would put like Poseidon and Ra.
Yeah. What so Ra is Peter. You don't place him with Loki and Zeus? Why?
Mm, it's just I think Ra is really difficult to play. I mean,
Yeah. Yeah, so many build orders you need to figure out, and you
yeah,
need to know how to read the map properly.
yeah. And the thing is, I had really hard games against Kimo,
Yeah.
but it's just because Kimo is playing Ra all life, like literally all life,
Yeah, it's
and
true.
so I don't think it's like something OP,
Yeah. It's like
because
like when he's the representative of Ra, obviously. So when
yeah,
we think of Ra, we think of Kimo, and Kimo is really good. He's like a top 3 player all the time. So Ra must be top 3 too, but yeah, maybe that's not even how it is.
yeah. Also, Squash is playing Ra,
Yeah, for sure.
but it's just Squash, we can't like make a right decision
No. No,
just
I
looking on
okay.
Kimos and Squash,
Yeah. What? Hey, Uranus, where's he?
Oh, I mean, I forgot Uranus. Yeah, I mean,
Surely
I
he's
would
A or S tier.
A tier, yeah.
Okay,
A tier.
not S tier. What makes him weaker than Odin, for example?
I think Greeks.
Okay.
I mean, good Uranus shouldn't be good Greek. That's my opinion.
What
I
about
mean,
even Zeus and Poseidon?
Poseidon, yeah, probably Uranus should be able to win, and Zeus as well. But Hades, I feel it's really counterpick
Oh,
to
so just
Uranus.
because he has such a hard counterpick. See, that's why I
Yeah,
would say Odin belongs in A tier, because at least in my opinion, Anubis is so good against him.
yeah, there is counter, but it's just really, really difficult to play against Odin when you are Poseidon or when you, I mean, when you have high hand map.
Yeah.
It's just a bit broken, but But I don't think Odin is like a free win. No, no, of course not. It's also hard to play.
Yeah. That's a problem. Like with Norse, that you have to really put in a lot of hours, like with Ra. Whereas
Yeah.
Uranus and even Greeks, you can sort of pick up if you know the game.
Yeah. But I think Greek is just like example of normal civilization.
Yeah.
How civilization should look.
Like a standard map. Sorry, standard civilization, right?
Yeah. And
Yeah.
Egyptian is like it's really nice because like different economy, gold mine and etc. I mean buildings. Norse as well, but Atlantean it's just a bit so. I mean it's really different.
I've come to like them. I enjoy them being in the game. I would hate it if they removed them for retold.
Yeah. It's fine. It's fine. And I don't think it's really OP now. It's just a bit stupid sometimes how it works, but it's not about Suppe. It's about like many other things, like balance and map, etc.
Yeah. I mean, it's interesting to hear you say
I mean,
that.
there is we don't need like more nerf. It just make it infantry.
Yeah.
Because
Interesting.
I mean, maybe even with I don't know, medium, heavy, and champion upgrade. I mean, you should like spend resources on it.
Yeah,
Like Poseidon,
with militia.
Poseidon, yeah, like militia, yeah.
Yeah. Interesting.
So I think it's really interesting, but yeah, but Hades against Odin is like probably most equal matchup in this game.
Yeah, you're probably right. I just get frustrated whenever I play against you.
Yeah,
I can never win.
but I'm trying to find out how to beat Odin on Watering Hole. It's not really easy.
Yeah, maybe that one is really hard because you cannot hit me at all, my gold or my hunt.
Yeah.
So D tier, is that set and
is
ISIS or
set? Yeah. But I really think we need a buff on set because it's really weak in my opinion. Like set is good only against Norse, probably.
Yeah, it's true. When you see set in tournaments, it's because people expect Norse.
Yeah, because I don't know really. Set is really weak.
Yeah, he gets abused by Greeks really hard.
Yeah,
and,
Greeks. I mean, I don't really know. For example, sometimes I'm trying to play other chiefs just to understand how it works. And when I was playing set, like maybe 1 week ago or something,
yeah,
I was keep losing to every Greek. I mean, every decent Greek player. It's not like expert Greek player. It's just decent. So it's like 18.
Yeah, I mean, set. What do I do? Like I've been in that position. I'm set versus say Hades, and I'm just thinking, what strategy should I go for? And everything I come up with, I'm thinking to myself, I cannot do that. They have sentinels, or they have heroes out, or they have restoration. There's always just something blocking all the cool shit that set can do. Because set can do a lot of cool stuff, but it just gets countered by Greeks.
Yeah. So set is D tier, not more. And then we have Isis in E tier, and the Gaia is weakest.
Oh, really? You put her F or E?
Yeah, F.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like garbage, man. It's good only against Poseidon, probably.
Maybe Odin and Thor. I think she has a place there too sometimes.
I mean, Spider Legs is really annoying.
Yeah.
It's really annoying for raiding cavalry. But I don't know. I feel like Skady and Frost on second gold mine works every time.
Yeah, you're probably right. Yeah, Gaia is just a boring god. Boring civ. There's just nothing going for her.
Yeah. It's really boring to play as Gaia. Like
if they have the tools for it in Retold, they should totally rework her, in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean Lush is really nice, but this unit movement speed is really annoying.
Yeah, and there's no power spikes for Gaia. I never know what I'm playing for. Like if I'm playing as Odin, I know I have Skadi. If I play Zeus, I have Hoplite, whatever. But Gaia, there's just nothing.
Yeah, imagine Gaia like wins in 1 minute. It's impossible almost.
Yeah.
For example, as Zeus, you can like lightning storm passage.
Yeah, exactly. You can make all these cool plays, but Gaia, she's got nothing.
Yeah, Gaia is like slowly wins.
Exactly.
But dies in late game.
I don't know, out echoed or something.
Yeah, and even with Behemoths, with
Rhea, that's the one thing she's got going for her. It's Behemoths and Arcus.
Anyways, it's so slow, man. I was playing Quos today, and it was really like slow.
Slow and boring.
Slow push for him. Yeah.
Usually when you have like this F tier god, at least they have something cool about them. But no, Gaia is just boring and bad.
Yeah. Man, I really enjoy to play Isis and Set, but it's really weak now, and I don't feel reason to play it, you know. And also Ra, I would actually learn Egyptians, but I don't think it's their patch at all.
They're good counterpicks to Norse, but other than that, yeah, it's true.
Yeah, but why would you counter Norse with Egyptians when you have Greeks and Atlantean, you know, and you
Yeah, maybe true.
and
But maybe
also you
Loki.
can
I think, like, if you really know that Loki is incoming, I think maybe a set could be a good pick.
really?
On, I don't know, Frozen Wastes. I wouldn't want to play Loki versus set on Frozen Wastes.
Actually, against Loki, I just go Loki and I'm fine.
Yeah, that may be true, but all I'm saying is they have a place, especially in tournament setups.
Yeah, but in tournaments, I think it's really different tier list. I mean,
Yeah.
it's not totally, but it's a bit different.
Like Kronos would be way higher, for example.
Yeah. But I probably Set, Isis, and Gaia will stay at the same spot.
Yeah, maybe.
I don't see how we can use it.
All right, cool. Thanks for your input, Nullus.
Yeah, no problem, man.
So here is Ulysses' tier list. Ulysses is from South America. I cannot actually remember which country. I think it's Chile, and he's not really comfortable talking in English. So he wrote to me his reasoning. It's just short here. And he says that he thinks it's Uranus, Poseidon, Odin, Ra on top, and Zeus, Hades, and Loki can challenge them as well. He says all gods have hard matchups, but Uranus, Poseidon, Ra, and Odin have more favorable matchups. They're more solid gods. He says, I think we don't see Norse players playing a final because it is easy to counter them. And he says he just picks water maps against Norse players and he'll win. And he put Isis and Kronos on B tier because they are very strong on water and they are very useful in tournaments. Set and Thor is B tier because I felt they are weak. Set is only good in marsh, probably, or tundra, or watering hole. There's no sense in playing him if he's only good in 3 maps, and it's the same with Thor. And he says Gaia is trash. Probably have 5 matchups that are favorable in 1v1. So, very bad god. You just rush him for easy win. That's what Ulysses says. So I'll just put it in there. It's nice to have a different input here as well. So, all right, and just for good measure, here is my tier list too. I've already spoken a lot during the Kimo and Nullus interview, so I'm not going to go into too much detail here. I will say Hades and Uranus are very versatile and good versus a lot of gods. They don't have particularly weak matchups. I think Odin and Ra have bad matchups, and I don't think Zeus and Poseidon are quite as strong as Hades, so I put them a step below Hades and Uranus in S tier. Loki and Kronos, I think, are potentially very, very strong, although we haven't really seen people abuse Loki to its full potential as of right now. And I put Thor, Set, and Isis on a C tier. They're still very good for tournament plays. There are maps where they're very good at. There are matchups which they excel in. But for Gaia, she's just not good in any setting. I think there is always a god that is better than Gaia. And the only reason she's being played sometimes in tournaments is because Kronos is already taken or Uranus is already taken. And people say, well, I guess I have to play Gaia then. So that's my tier list, and those are all the tier lists that I showed today. So that's actually the top 4 of the most recent S tier tournament. So I want to hear what you have to say. Do you agree with these tier lists? And do you think, actually, this is important because the next tournament we're going to see, the next big one, is going to have no god restrictions. So should we have a new patch for that tournament, in your opinion? Should there be buffs or nerfs before it? Yeah, I want to hear what you have to say. So go ahead and comment down below, like and subscribe, hit that bell button, all the good stuff. I'll see you around.